This is the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com. I'm Tom Leach along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's Director of Mutuals and Simulcasting, as we take a look at the Thursday card, the feature race plus the late pick four. Feature is going 1 mile and a 16th for entry-level allowance types, and didn't have a strong opinion in here. Jim, where did you land?
It was hard for me to separate a couple of horses that, because of their back class, that I think they're the best horses in the race. But the horse that I landed on is actually a horse on the outside coming off a maiden win for Charlie Lepresti called DD Birdie, the 7 horse. And I took a look at the other. There is no other speed in the race at all. And if this horse gets the lead, I don't like a horse coming off a maiden race. She's only got 3 races lifetime, but she has improved in her buyer scale. Coming out of Indiana Downs, a lot of people will maybe overlook that. Indiana Downs horses run pretty well here. And she won by almost 2 lengths last time out. Just got an easy lead and kept going at 1 mile. I think she can do the same thing in 1 mile and 16. So I'm going to take DD Birdie on top here. I would not single her in the pick 4. However, I think you have to use a couple of the horses in here. Queen's Princess, the 2 for Dale Romans. Looks like coming back into form and getting better, but seems to be a filly that just doesn't like to win. And she won a couple races back out. You know, she won her maiden race twice, got disqualified back at Ellis and came back at Churchill, but then she's kind of hung at this level and maybe not ready to take that next step. So I wouldn't put a lot of faith in her, but you got to use her. The 6 horse, Carmenere for Kellen Gorder. Kind of the same thing. The horses won one race, and Sophie Doyle takes it. Horse ran okay at Churchill last out in November. I think coming back on a dirt track, maybe not her best game, but I got to throw in there. And then the other horse that I would use is Sweet Corrine for Shug McGahee. And horse has been off since July of 15. There's all kinds of reasons not to use a horse. It's been off a long time or just not in great form. That's why I'm going with DD Birdie on top of the 7, but I would also use the 2, 6, and the 5 horse in the pick 4.
I almost went to DD Birdie myself because of the speed angle. I ended up taking Romantic Vision, the 1. I think there's a little bit of speed there that can enable her to be maybe just in behind DD Birdie and maybe get the run on all the rest of them. Second start off a long layoff for Rusty Arnold, so I would think there should be some improvement, a couple of good local works. So I'm going to try Romantic Vision, but as I said, not a real strong opinion. I want to use in exactas with her DD Birdie and Sweet Corrine, but just really didn't have a strong opinion here. So I'm looking, trying to find hopefully a little bit of a price. Try Romantic Vision, the 1. The pick 4 on Thursday. It starts in the 6th race. I ended up using 2 horses in there. Bistro Moncoeur for Wesley Ward. Does his best work as far as getting the win totals built up with the 2-year-olds, but this horse is working really well, and I think could get this, but I don't have enough confidence to single, so I'm also going to use Blonde in the City, who was wide last time, drops down in class, and may find these conditions a little more favorable. So the 1 and the 5. In the 7th race, I want to use 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. The win pick is Under Control, who I thought caught a couple of tough fields in the 2 outings this year, and now this is the 3rd start off the layoff, but it's a tough group. So I want to go deep in there. The 3 I mentioned in the feature, and then in the last race, I like the Zito horse, shipping up from Gulfstream, Country Money. Not real wild about the 9 posts, so I'm also going to use Smarty Kitten, the 1, and Deep Explorer, the 4. So 2 by. How about you?
The first race, I couldn't eliminate a lot of horses. I thought, and actually the 2 horses that I liked are 2 of the horses that you did not mention. You mentioned the 1 and the 5 in here. I actually like the 3 and the 6. So
well, it's funny that I've got 4 horses written down for playing just that race that I typed up on the for the website for Thursday. Those are the other 2 I had.
Yeah. Actually, my top pick is Smooth Caramel, the 6. I think this horse is consistent, dropping to $20,000, claiming lowest level she's ever been at, and she won here at $50,000 in October of 15. So that's a much higher level, and she won 2 in a row, 1 at Churchill, 1 at Keeneland. Coming back here to a place she obviously likes, so I would take Smooth Caramel for the win there, but I would use 1, 3, 5, 6. Bistro Moncoeur, Love This Beach, Blonde in the City, and Smooth Caramel. So I go 4 deep there. in the interest of trying to go a little bit deeper later on, I will single under control the 2 in the 1 mile turf allowance. This is almost like a stakes race, though, but there are a lot of horses that are coming off layoff. Vijack is off a layoff. Plovin, the French horse, even a longer layoff since spring of 15. Kulik Lodge ships from Southern California. There's some questions for that. Guerre has J.J. Castellano for Chad Brown, but off since June. So I'm going to take under control, the only one in good form. Ran here April 10th, lost a Triple Threat, and Triple Threat went wire to wire. So I think under control sets up well for her. So the 2 horse, for him, the 2 horse is my single in the 7th race. Then the 8th race, the ones we talked about, I would probably go a little bit deeper there because I forgot the 1 horse. So I would go 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And in the 9th race, Smarty Kitten for Ramsey and Ward, 6 is River for Ward, Country Money for Zito, and Parlay Ponte, the 6 horse for Furlong Giroux is my long shot there at 12-1. So 1, 3, 6, 9. So I go 4 deep by single, by 5, by 4.
Best of luck for the Thursday card on your wagers, be they at the track or KeenelandSelect.com, or also the simulcasting facility here in Lexington at Red Mile. And don't forget, on Fridays and Saturdays, shuttle service from the Red Mile and out to Keeneland and back, and then a lot of post-race fun at the Red Mile. So not a bad way to go for the Friday and Saturday card at Keeneland. Again, best of luck, and we'll be back with another look at the Friday card for the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.